育共同举办。
So good night, everyone. As you know, this event is organized by TED Youth and Fulfill Education.
在入场的时候，我们刚刚已经欣赏过来自我们的 Joy 给我们带来的影片，非常精彩。好的，我们先来介绍一下我们的这位非常优秀的电影人啊。Joy 他执导的短片，他曾经作为长城制作团队的人员，戛纳电影人。Joy 获得包括上海国际电影节、深圳青年影像节等20余个国际奖项，他的作品更是入围了全国和包括全世界的各种奖项，并且进入了今年戛纳展演的单元。那么今天我们非常荣幸邀请到 Joy。好，那么现在就有请到我们的 Joy 来为我们分享一下他的人生经历，有请掌声。
Hello everyone, good night. Thank you for coming tonight. It's been a very great pleasure to be here tonight. My name is Joy Zhou. I'm originally from Shanghai, China here. I was born and raised here. And today I'm just going to be roughly introduce myself and a little bit of my very, very young life, and I hope something will give you some inspiration from the life. And thank you very much, Vanessa, for inviting me again. I really want to say that I met Vanessa. Where did I meet her? Once when I went to a screening. Actually, it was in Jing'an Temple, around this area. And she was there and to talk about the Great Gatsby literature. So I was like, oh, this is a great opportunity for me to meet filmmakers and also people who are really interested in the literature. So I went there and she was talking about the Great Gatsby, which was one of my love movies, because I always have a really strong love in romantic stories, and The Great Gatsby was one of it. But it's also about the love for New York City, which was because I lived in New York City for 3 years in the past and 2 years in the great Los Angeles area. So back to today, I really want to talk about something about the film and life.
大家知道这位导演是非常有名的，周是周千英导演。然后他是土生土长的上海人，然后他也一直很喜欢电影。然后他第一次遇到美纳萨，他怎么和美纳萨结缘的呢？是因为他有一次在静安寺附近的一个试映会和美纳萨见的面。然后当时美纳萨非常非常的勇敢，我觉得个人风格一样。当时很勇敢的谈了《了不起的盖茨比》这部美国著作，然后这部著作是美国文学史上的经典著作，之外跟美纳萨都非常喜欢，所以他们一拍即合。之外很喜欢老师的盖茨比，是因为他很喜欢纽约，很向往纽约，所以他觉得今天晚上也很高兴可以给大家一起去分享一下他的个人故事。
First, a lot of people have asked me how did I started my journey of filmmaking, and the answer is always the Lord of the Rings movie. I remember when I think it was in middle school. When I was in middle school, my classmates started to watch the Lord of the Rings movies in class. Like they just started playing this 9 hours movie in our science class. Like literally we watched it for the whole semester for this movie. That's because our teacher was a big fan of it. I want to know how many of you actually have watched this movie? 有多少人是看过这部这三部曲的 ？Okay, and how many of you like it or love it? Thank you. So I actually know that this is an old movie. It was I think it was in 2000, around 2000-ish to 2003. They had 3 of these biggest movies. When I watched it, I was like, I've never seen a world like that when I was in middle school, and I really was into it so much. And as you all know, that the Hobbiton was like a dream world for a lot of young people. It's a world created like it has never been there before. And actually, this movie was an inspiration for the whole New Zealand tourism system. And now a lot of people who go to New Zealand is just fans of that. And how did I started the literature of the Lord of the Rings? That's when I was in middle school. After I watched the Lord of the Rings movies, I went to search for it. I want to know how they make such a big movie like that. And that was the first time I've ever seen a film script in my life. As you can see, this is a screenplay title. This is the first page. It's written by whom, based on the novel, and then by one of New Line Cinemas. And then, as you can see here, this is like Exterior Day, which is like the title of our screenplays. And then you can see voiceovers, which is when you hear it for the first time, a lot of introduction. And you can only see the film. You can see the image, but you can only hear the voice of it. And then descriptions, images, and then you can see this is one of the characters, Sam, with his dialogues, and Frodo with his dialogues. So basically, that was the one time that it inspired me to start the filmmaking journey.
对这个 Joy 和文学的结缘呢，其实也更多是从电影开始的。他是上中学的时候第一次看到这个《指环王》，然后他刚才问大家有多少人看过这个《指环王》。这个电影很扣人心弦啊，所以他当时一下就被吸引进去了。然后老师也是很喜欢，学生啊和老师都很喜欢。然后呢，他就去查了更多的资料，然后包括这个霍比特人啊，这个新西兰霍比就是这2张图片，霍比特人呢也是大大的帮助了新西兰当地的旅游业。所以现在很多人去新西兰也都是冲着这个去的。这个电影和文学的魅力展现在这里。然后他就更好奇，他进一步的去探索这个电影后面的剧本是什么样的。然后他发现这个错综复杂的剧本和这个结构，字里行间透着一种文学性和人文的一种素养。所以他就继续看这些有图片，然后有对话，然后还有更多的场景设置，都是让他着迷的一些东西。所以他就觉得他要进一步坚定了他做电影的决心。
So I want to talk about something after the middle school and high school life. I enrolled in Shanghai Theatre Academy in 2009, and my major is literature of theater writings. 上海戏剧学院在2009年的时候，我是上海戏剧学院的戏剧文学系。And after a year of freshman year, I got a very great opportunity to exchange student program to New York Film Academy in New York. 1年以后，我是有一个非常好的一个机会到达纽约电影学院作为交换生过去。And then I'll leave the rest to you. And then I decided to go to States because that was like the one paper that was on our major's door. It was saying exchange student as a directing student in New York Film Academy. And that moment I was like, yes, that's it. That's the knocking door of the Lord of the Rings. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. So these are the pictures that was when I was in New York. And this is me with one of the actors and my classmates, and one of my classmates as well. When I go to the States in 2010, I didn't know anything about America or American literature or anything. But I think one of the things that the United States taught me is you're never going to lose if you really try your best. I still remember right now that one of my screenwriting teacher, once he was in class, he was like, Joy, if you don't know how to write, don't write anything. Just read books, and if you can read, one day you will be able to write. And I feel really upset. I even cried a little bit in that class. And this teacher actually later on became one of the really great screenwriters in Hollywood. And he was one of the screenwriters for a big movie called Transcendence. And then, so that the moment when he kind of like pushed me into the dark, and I was like, oh Jesus, I can't be one of those students that teachers are like, oh, you cannot write, so don't be a director in the future. I want to be a writer and director. So that's how I think afterwards I started to really push myself into reading and writing as well. This is just a little part of New York City. It was a corner when we were having a turkey dinner on Thanksgiving, a little bit. And this one was the movie you watched earlier, The Train on Set, with the main character. And this was when I was graduating from New York Film Academy in Los Angeles campus in 2013.
这个呢 ，Joy 一开始是和我们普通人一样，他也是有一个文化的鸿沟。他一开始上的是，刚刚跟你们说了，他是上戏文学专业。然后一次很偶然的机会，他在门口发现了一个类似招生传单的一个交换生，是到纽约电影学院那边。然后就觉得啊，这个机会来了，这个就是几年前《指环王》在敲我的门，我要奔赴纽约去追这个梦。然后他就去了纽约，很大胆，就去了。去了之后发现有一个文化的鸿沟，这个是无法逾越的，因为发现他一开始他的语言也是和普通人一样，也是没有那么高深。然后但是电影这个行业呢，在语言这个方面需要更加强他的训练，所以他一开始就有很多的困难，包括他的导师和他说，这个你只能阅读更多，通过阅读来补充你写作的缺陷。他一开始觉得很伤心啊，但他别无他法，他只能继续阅读。然后，但是努力还是有收获的。他在那里遇见了新朋友，然后他的事业也在一步的进步。然后刚才给你们看的那3张照片，后面那3张，你看，这3张照片。第一张是他在美国的很好的生活，是感恩节的时候和美国朋友。第二张这个就是他的工作照，他一下就有一个腾飞，就是其实刚才给你们看的那部电影，然后第3张他成功的毕业了。
So afterwards, when I was in the United States. When I was in Los Angeles for the first year, I was living right across Warner Brothers studio, and those pictures, those big posters were in front of my apartment. You can see now the Lord of the Rings when it was in Blu-ray at the time, 2013. And this is the Warner Brothers studio right across the street of of my apartment and of our school. So this was the train that some of you have seen it before our speech today. These are the poster and also some of the pictures from the train. This is from 2014. It was my thesis film in the New York Film Academy. For now, I can say this was the hardest one I've tried to have something of my short college life. Because as you know that I stayed after 2010, I went to States. I didn't come back because my teacher in Shanghai Theatre Academy once asked me, will you ever come back? I said yes, but would you forgive me for staying here just to pursue my dream and just to graduate it from here? And they were like, yes, please do, and please do your journey the best as you can. So here it is. That's 2014 when I was doing my thesis. It was a romantic thriller. As you can see, it goes from a romantic film to also like a horror thriller style film. So that's the two main genres that I really love. One is romantic stories, and another one is horror story and movies.
那最后一句讲的是他就是最喜欢的有2类电影，一个是这种恐怖电影，一个是超级浪漫的电影。这2种电影是大相径庭。然后他刚才呢，就继续追他的电影梦。然后这个电影就刚给你们看的这个《The Train》。是他的这个毕业电影，相当于是一个是做艺术的，有一个毕业的要交的一个成绩单，然后老师在这边上戏的这边老师就会觉得，因为他是交换生嘛，他还是一个交换生的身份在外国，他老师就会说，啊，你能不能回来？我们很想你。然后他说，我愿意回来，但是我回来，我还是要奔赴美国的。但是我来这边要做我的毕业，要交我的毕业成绩单。你们可以原谅我在这里短暂的一个停留吗？但是我还是要走的。老师说可以。
So that was the moment I feel like I was so close to my old dream because I was starting to write screenplay by myself. As you can see, like the Lord of the Rings before, this is the script, 3 of the pages from the Train short film. The Train written by me, my name, and then phone number, email, and then you can also see exterior ticket office day, which was one of the parts that in the script as well, and dialogues from Thomas, dialogues from Elizabeth. These are some of the pictures from on set of the filming. Oh, okay, it was cut a little bit. So as you can see, one of those pages was in the film before, and here I have some crew with me. It was a really great pleasure that to work with the film crew on the train. You can see this lady here. She was my main makeup artist, and before I know her, I just called one of the makeup artists I worked with before, and she told me, "Oh, I have a great friend. Do you want her to be on your set for 5-6 days?" I was like, "Yes, sure. I trust you very much." And then when I meet her, she just introduced herself briefly. She said, "I was the assistant makeup artist on The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings." So I almost want to cry at that moment. I was like, "Oh, really?" I couldn't express myself even now how lucky I was to be in Los Angeles area for that moment, to work with so many great people. And also to mention that the music composer and also the sound designer was also working for a lot of American films, including the Disney movies and other ABC studio films.
这个就是大家可以看到，这是他自己写的电影剧本。那从一个一开始文化有鸿沟的一个学生，到现在写出一个很棒的自己自写的一个剧本，包括这个刚给大家指的这边是这个是主角的话语，然后那个是配角的话语，全都是他自己创作的。然后这就一路，对，然后他就开始拍摄他自己的电影，这是他在拍摄期间的工作照。然后他说这个女孩子这边这个其实他的化妆负责人。然后有一天这个化妆负责人和他说，Joy， 我可不可以把我的一个好朋友请过来？然后他说没问题啊，说这样会打扰你吗？说不会啊。然后请过来之后聊了几分钟，发现这个人就这个普通的朋友居然是曾经的指环王和霍比特人的专业化妆师。然后这个人天哪，就相当于是缘分又在和他打招呼，这个机缘，然后就是不肯走，他和这个指环王的这个机缘。然后不好意思。对，所以他还在一直，他通过遇见这些人， 不断深入在电影界发展，然后遇见更多的人。
So after the train was shot, it actually got me into a lot of festivals, as you know that. Those actually 3 was in Orlando, in the Orlando Film Festival, and it was a great luck that I went to the 2014, actually it was 2014 Cannes Film Festival. The train was enrolled in a corner called Short Film Corner. It got screened in front of a lot of people, in front of world filmmakers, and I got to listen to all the great filmmakers of the century to speak and to listen to what they say. I'm sure you're more familiar with the whole area, but I would just say this is one of the street in Cannes. It's just a whole tone of people liking film in that little village. People enjoy the summer. It was May 2014, I believe. People enjoy the summer, spring to summer like time period so much that people just go to the streets, talk to each other, and be like, "Are you a filmmaker?" "Yes, I am a filmmaker." So everybody just get friends so easily. This was part of my crew members. They went with me to Cannes at the time. I think one of the sentence that I remember in Cannes was a speaker told us, "One day you come to Cannes, it will be a lifetime journey because you will meet the person that maybe you will work forever together, because this is just a gather area of great people."
所以呢，他在这个圈子里不断的继续见到新的人，然后他去各种电影节，比如奥兰多电影节，然后他在不断努力，经过他不断努力之后，他终于在2014年进入了戛纳电影节。然后呢，他给我们展示的就是戛纳电影节，就戛纳这个城的街道，这是一个很小的一个像一个电影村的一个概念。然后人跟人之间是完全没有等级之分的，大导演和小导演之间就是说，你好，我们都是导演，我们都是电影人。然后他的这个电影就入选了这个 Short Film Corner， 就是微电影奖这个环节，然后也受到了大家的关注。然后在这边有个人跟他说了一句话，说在戛纳，你遇见的这个人，可能就是决定你命运的人，你可能要和他工作一生一世。
And that was true because I'm still working with one of my partners is still from Cannes. When I met him over there, we're still so good friends and working together and having inspiration to each other together. Oh, so this was The Great Wall. I don't know how many of you have watched The Great Wall. Okay, many people have watched it. And how do you like it? It's good?
Very much. Ask him why.
Why?
It's just a downhill.
No. In fact, actually, it's the first film that our Chinese lead the people from all over the world to fight against you mean what? You mean the? Yes, Tao-Ti, yeah. Okay, so it's our Chinese. So for Chinese, I'm very proud of it. Okay, thank you. Thanks for your work.
我没想到我们张校长英语这么好。
对啊，因为我们这里有个助手。
So yes, I was working on The Great Wall actually 2015. Now it's a year and a half ago. I was one of the camera assistants, also focus puller. If you know, like there's a focus puller always by the camera and the cinematographer. And I was really lucky to work with the great people like Matt Damon, and that was our cinematographer on the other side. From that time, I think my WeChat pictures become like really manly, and people start to ask me, how can you even carry a thing like that? just like a big bullet. And also we went to Dunhuang in Gansu to film part of the things that you can see from the beginning. A lot of people are exterior locations, doing like horses, and this was one of the locations in Qingdao when we were shooting the Great Wall. These are also American and Canadian filmmakers from over there to come all the way to China to film the Great Wall. I also have read the Great Wall story because in the States they have a method that also the camera assistants or camera crew has to read the whole story, because then you get a great idea about how to follow the cinematography and doing a focus thing. So I was very lucky to read the first couple drafts of the Great Wall. I got a lot of inspiration because it's actually written by Americans, the Great Wall story. It's a story of, you all know now, by a Great Wall with a lot of monsters and also the Chinese people, how to fight it. It's actually in a way many likes like the Lord of the Rings for me, because it's also a story about how people can beat the beast, how people are getting together. So it was a great journey for me, and now I'm still on the way to hoping to get more filmmaking attentions. Last but not least, I want to give you this word. If you're looking for an unexpected journey, like I do, please open a book and start it now, just like I did when I was in middle school. Because why not? It's never too late. Thank you.
那 Joy 呢，还继续他的电影事业。这个是很有名的，马特·达蒙，就是有一部他是奥斯卡获奖的演员，也是奥斯卡获奖的编剧，《心灵捕手》那部影片 ，Will Hunting。然后呢，这是他为我们展出的一些外景，电影外景。 比如这是在敦煌，然后是在青岛，然后这是他和加拿大和美籍的一些导演和摄影家。然后他就开始，因为这个电影，他需要做一些很男人的工作，非常是体力活。拍电影绝对是体力活，所以他的像这个 WeChat， 像这个微信的这个人 profile， 个人头像就换成这种样子。大家就会说，这个实在是太 man 了，你这个小女子怎么能做这种事情？然后。 所以呢，然后他和长城的一个缘分是，他读了长城的这个书，这个原版的这个著作，是一个从一个文学读物入手的。这个长城呢，很有趣的是，这个长城是我们国家的文化，但是美国人写的，他写的是中国人反击匈奴。然后这个印象又在他脑海里又诞生出了另一个和指环王的联系。他觉得指环王也是正义战胜邪恶。 精灵们打精灵们，精灵们打很坏的精灵们，所以他觉得任何和电影这些机缘和电影的这些一次一次的相遇，都是离不开书本。所以他对我们的一个建议就是，如果你想让生活和生命变成一个未知的旅行，那就打开一本书吧。书是一切的开始。
好，首先非常感谢 Joy 今天能够来到我的圆桌会。 然后呢，我跟 Joy 呢，可以说刚刚他稍微阐述了一下跟我相识的一个过程。那么我来讲一下我的感受。实际上我对 Joy 呢，可以说是一见钟情，二见深情，三见痴情，这个情愫是越来越浓的一个状态。所以我经常会关注他的朋友圈。我看到他就是像刚刚我们的这个 Rachel 讲的，经常扛了一个很大的摄像机在那边扛着，然后他其实刚刚从高原回来，今天还是有点高原反应，所以我觉得小个子女生有点像《简爱》里面的这种感觉，小个子女生就愈发的内心坚强，所以也是可以看出像我这种码子大的女生，可能就不那么坚强。我们这种，对。那其实我很想就是说问 Joy 一个问题。 就是说，因为《长城》这部电影呢，实际上我看了一些相对来讲的一些评价和评论啊。其实我是蛮想了解一下这部电影它的一个有没有是像网上所说的一些，我看到有好的评价，也有蛮多不那么